is a non-country, but a young nation. I am young and I too have a dream. I dream of India strong, independent, self-reliant and in the front rank of the nations of the world, in the service of mankind. A famous quote by Shri Rajiv Gandhi. Namaskaram. Today, 21st May, is the 13th death anniversary of Rajiv Gandhi. He was born on August 20, 1944 in Mumbai. He was born in one of the most prominent political families of India. He became the third generation in his family to become the Prime Minister of India. After his maternal grandfather Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and mother Srimati Indira Gandhi, he became the youngest Prime Minister of India at the age of 40 after the death of his mother Srimati Indira Gandhi. He did his schooling from Doon School and then studied at the University of London and at Trinity College, Cambridge in Britain. In 1969, he married Sonia Gandhi. On returning to India, Rajiv Gandhi became a commercial airline pilot. After Sanjay Gandhi's death in a plane crash in 1980, Rajiv Gandhi unwillingly entered the politics at the instance of his mother. He won his first Lok Sabha election in 1981 from Amethi, Uttar Pradesh. After the assassination of Indira Gandhi in October 1984, he became the Prime Minister of India. In his 5 years of rule from 1984 to 1989, the young leader made some sincere efforts to take the country to the 21st century. Rajiv Gandhi laid the foundation of modern India. He hailed as the father of information technology and telecom revolution of India. He is rightfully known as the architect of digital India. Rajiv Gandhi promoted science and technology and associated industries. One of the ways was to reduce import quotas, taxes and tariffs on such industries, especially computers, airlines, defense and telecommunications. The Indian Railways was modernized after introduction of computerized railway tickets. As he was youth himself, Rajiv Gandhi sought to empower the youths. Towards the end, the 61st Amendment Act of the Constitution was passed in 1989, lowering the voting age from 21 years to 18 years. This move allowed the youths to have a say in choosing Lok Sabha MPs and MLAs in the states. Rajiv Gandhi, as Prime Minister, announced National Policy on Education (NPE) in 1986 to modernize and expand higher education programs across the country. With NPE in place, residential schools called Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas under this central government were set up to bring out the best rural talent. These schools provide free residential education from grades 6 to 12 to the rural population. Rajiv Gandhi is credited with laying the foundation of Panchayati Raj institutions in order to take democracy to the grassroots level. Though Panchayati Raj was created by the 73rd and the 74th amendments to the Constitution in 1992. A year after Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, the background was prepared during the Congress government led by him. During the period of Rajiv Gandhi, he has travelled to every continent, met almost all world leaders, and addressed the major international gatherings. For someone who had little experience in domestic politics, let alone international diplomacy, before coming to power, this record is certainly proof of a high international profile. In this sense, at least, Mr. Gandhi is similar to the previous Prime Ministers of India, who have all been leading players on the world stage and taken up issues that concern the countries of the Third World in general. He has no doubt been influenced by his grandfather Pandit Nehru, the first Prime Minister who was the architect of the foreign policy of India soon after independence from Britain, and then by his mother Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who played a dominant role until her assassination in October 1984. His view of international politics was some idealistic, and he had not experienced any diplomatic failures which tend to make a leader realistic or sincere. The foreign policy goals he set himself were based on a desire to improve India's relations with its neighbors as well as the superpowers. His statements were widely taken to mean in the West, especially in the United States, that he would move away from the Soviet Union, which has traditionally been close to India. Rajiv Gandhi, the ex-Prime Minister of India, was assassinated on May 21, 1991 by a suicide bomber from the Liberation Tigers of Tamil, LTTE, a Tamil militant organization from Sri Lanka. The incident occurred while he was addressing a public meeting at Sri Perambatoor, a village approximately 40 kilometers from Madras. Rajiv Gandhi's mutilated body was airlifted to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi for post-mortem reconstruction and embalming. A state funeral was held for Rajiv Gandhi on 24 May 1991. It was telecast live and was attended by dignitaries from over 60 countries. Rajiv Gandhi about his mother. She was mother not only to me but to the whole nation. She served the Indian people to the last drop of her blood. You are always in our heart. You are as sweet as your voice. God loves good people. You are with God. Very, very happy in heaven. Long live your memories. You are real pride of India. God bless your soul. You gave your life for our motherland. Loving tributes to Rajiv Gandhi. Jai Hind.